world was the show business gulag known as Burlesque, or as it was called colloquially, Burlesque. Now then, how to describe Burlesque? Well, it was vaudeville with an extreme. There was nothing in Burlesque you would be afraid to show your mom, as long as you could be absolutely certain your mom had seen herself naked. Naturally, I wanted to share some of the more interesting aspects of Burlesque with you all tonight, but the best of it is just too salacious, too morally ambiguous, if you catch my drift. And with my newfound stature, this is no longer a possibility. And don't try to force me either. Besides, I can tell from looking at y'all, you're just too sophisticated to ask me to pander to your basic instincts, aren't you? Well, forget it! I've crossed the line of family entertainment. I'm going for big bucks. I worked very hard to achieve this grandeur. So if you look back at a smut, you'll have to look someplace else. Is that right, girl? Nothing. Louis turned to Ernie. Say, what's Soph got on today? I don't know, says Ernie, but it sure needs ironing. I'll never forget it, Schnook. My girlfriend coming tight. It's a lady of the evening, and the morning, and the night, and the noon. One time I overheard her negotiating with a customer. She said that's going to be $100. The customer said, $100? Why, for heaven's sake, the Dutch bought the entire island of Manhattan for a mere $24. That's right, says Clementine. But Manhattan just lies there. I'll never forget it, you know. My boyfriend Ernie said to me one day, he said, Soph, if you could learn to cook, we could fire the chef. Forget it, you know. My boyfriend Ernie was suffering from silent gas emissions. I sent him to the doctor for some relief. He said, Doc, you gotta help me. Last night at the opera, I had 8 silent gas emissions. Today, playing pinochle with the boys, I had 4 silent gas emissions. And sitting here with you in this office today, I have had 6 silent gas emissions. Whatever shall I do? Well, says the doctor, first thing we're going to do is check your hearing. I'll never forget it, you know. Sometimes I like to go to the doctor myself. There's nothing wrong with me. I just enjoy the syrups. One time I came home from a fabulous checkup. I said, Ernie, guess what? Doctor says, I have a constitution of a 20-year-old girl. Ernie says, I said, the doctor says I have the heart and the lungs and the liver of a 20-year-old girl. Ernie says, I said, Ernie, the doctor says I have the blood pressure of a 20-year-old girl. Ernie said, And then he said, say, did he happen to mention your 80-year-old ass? I said, no, we didn't talk about you. I'll never forget you. business when you've been in business too long. You think you're doing your own act, but you can't be sure. I never forget, you know. Okay, wait a second. I'll never forget it, you know. People follow me all around the country waiting for me to tell this joke. It's so vile. I'll never forget it, you know. Sometimes I have to tell them the joke has left the building. I'll never forget it, you know. I was having tea one time with a girl with a lemon tight. Doorbell rang. There was a delivery boy there with 2 dozen roses. I opened the card. It said, see what I mean? 2 dozen roses. It said, love from your boyfriend Ernie. I said, sometime you know what this means? For the next 2 weeks I'm going to reach for the level back with my legs wide open. Sometimes I say, what's the matter with you? Ain't you got a vibe? Drive my boyfriend Ernie absolutely badly. One time I caught a terrible cold. Ernie said, Soph, you gotta go see the doctor. I says, okay. Make an appointment for me. So he rings up the doctor, and this is what he says. Unbeknownst to me, he says, Doc, I'm sending Soph over. She's got a terrible cold, but that's not the problem. The problem is, she don't wear no underwear. You tell her the reason she got this cold is because she don't wear no underwear. You got that? Right, says the doc. So I like a schmuck. Trying down the doctor's office. Doc says, Soph, how you doing? Open your mouth and say, ah. I opened my mouth. I said, ah. He looked down my throat. He said, you ain't wearing no underwear. I said, I beg your pardon? He said, you ain't wearing no underwear. I said, Doc, you can look down my throat and see I ain't wearing no underwear. He says, that's right. I said, Doc, do me a favor. Look at my ass and tell me my hat's on straight. Hits just keep coming. I wasn't going to tell this joke, but maybe I'll tell it to you because you're special. I don't want to call it to know. All right, lady goes into the butcher for a chicken. Oh, you already know it, good. Well, they're always going to the butcher for a chicken. She says, I want a very fresh chicken. He says, this is the freshest chicken I have. She lifts the wing. She goes, she sniffs. She lifts the other wing. She sniffs. She puts her finger in his tail. This is not a fresh chicken. He says, lady, Grace Kelly couldn't pass that test. How quickly they turn. Thought I was doing something nice for y'all. Don't you look good? I don't tell it very well. Yeah, you look good, girl. I do look good. You look good. She looks good. That's right. There's the other one about the Long Island duck one. I can't tell that one. Y'all know that one too. You know that one? Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. No, I can't think that low. Please. It's almost the new year. Please. I'll never get drunk. Oh, God. Now I'm in for it. Chicken jokes. Wasted on my own petard. Maybe if I feel like it later, I'll tell you the chicken joke. Oh, shut up. She needs a conversation around that water cooler. I know you. All right, I'll tell the joke. There he goes to the butcher. He says, I want a Long Island duckling. Goes to the back. Butcher goes to the back. The refrigerator brings out a duckling. She sniffs it all around. She says, this is not a Long Island duckling. Lifts the wing, you know, she lifts the other wing, she puts her finger in this little tail. This is not a Long Island duckling. I told you these jokes. This is a chicken. This is chicken shit. What do you want me to do? Brings out another duck. She says, that is not a Long Island duck. That is a Jersey duck. Brings out another duck from the refrigerator. She does the same thing. Lifts the wing, both wings, puts her hand in her finger in the tail. This is not a Long Island duck. This is a duck from Wisconsin. Finally, goes back to the refrigerator, brings her another duck. Lays it on the table in front of her. She lifts one wing, she lifts the other wing, she puts her finger in the tail. Sniffs it, she says, ah, finally, this is a Long Island duck. Fabulous, thank you very much. You're new here, aren't you? She says to the butcher. She says, well, as a matter of fact, yes, I just moved into the neighborhood just a few weeks ago. She says, where are you from? He says, you tell me! I really have to apologize. I was so repulsive. I'm so sorry. I'm never getting to know.